Hey there, ADB024 Aaron here in Salem, Oregon, the capital of Oregon, and it is 9/12 of 2009. So here we are at a Tea Party protest at the Capitol. I drove about an hour and a half to get here. I'm pretty excited. I'm here a little late. I'm walking up here. I'm hearing a guy on the speaker yelling, "I want our congressmen to know right now they're fired." So this is great. We'll go check it out.
On Tuesday, March 20th, 2007, this message was validated by none other than the President of the Czech Republic, who said, "Environmentalism is the new communism. The biggest threat to freedom, democracy, the market economy, and prosperity. Communism is not dead, it's just green. We need to turn it around."
She's right. They're commies.
This a little how-to guide is Green Teacher. I don't know if you've ever seen this magazine, but it's given away free to teachers across the United States. It basically advocates green ideology in our schools. And why is that so important? It is so important to each and every one of us here because basically a American standard of a politically neutral, party neutral public education is an essential safeguard to free thought, individual freedom, and the democratic process. Absolutely. And we must get green politics out of our schools because the agenda of the Greens is to politically indoctrinate our children while no one's looking, just below the radar, so that our children will eat green, live green, worship green, and vote green, and we can't let that happen!
Yeah.
One more thing. In August, right around the 15th of August, former President Bill Clinton said, into a speech of progressive activists, he said this: "We have entered a new era of progressive politics, which, if we do it right, can last 30 to 40 years. Excuse me? That is not the democratic process. That reveals a plan, a definite plan to advance a regime, a reign, not a democratic process. It also infers very clearly that our former president is aware of a plan to accomplish that goal if we do it right. Well, we're going to derail that plan, and yes, we are. Together, there's nothing we can't do with the help of our good Lord, Jesus Christ. There's no reason we cannot turn this around. And I want to say this. When you think about that statement, how could you possibly get that done? You either get a written guarantee from the American people that we're not going to vote any differently for 30 years. You think that's going to happen? No! 2010 is coming. In addition, how else would you do that? Well, perhaps you would do a copycat politics, which is documented in this book, which is to target children, to hijack public education, to ensure that our children eat green, live green, worship green, and vote green. You create, by educating the children to adopt Green Party ideology, you are creating, basically, mass conformity, predictable support for single-party rule. No, no, and no! I have to read you one more thing, and this is from Arnie Duncan, the new U.S. Secretary of Education, who was talking about President Obama's commitment to education for sustainability. That is the name of the curriculum we must get out of our schools. And he said, "We intend to do everything in our power to encourage education for sustainability. We need each and every one of you to help Operation Green Out, get green politics out of our schools. We must ensure free thought, individual freedom, and the democratic process."
Now, what do I mean by that? Is there anybody here who wants to dump gasoline in the stream? Is there anybody who wants sewage running into our rivers? Of course not. We believe in a clean environment, but we also believe in citizen responsibility and citizen ownership of our rights. citizen ownership, think about the Golden Pioneer on top of our Capitol. When he came west, when the pioneers came west to establish this territory and then this state of Oregon, do you think along the way they kept thinking of ways to tax each other in order to make progress? They worked together and they took personal responsibility for their lives. They believed in God and prayed to God, and they knew that they were taking risks. We need to remind our elected representatives that they are representatives of us, we the people of Oregon. I'm not here today on behalf of any one organization. I'm here as a citizen participating on behalf of my family, my beliefs as an American, as an Oregonian. Each of us is here with a variety of specific issues that are more focused for some of us, but all told, we are here together to speak about one thing: freedom! 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 Organizations to you, it's derived from us. We get to choose among a variety of organizations that we will work together with in a coalition for freedom, which will reassert our rights on a variety of subjects. The right to keep and bear arms, so important to defending all other rights. Our right to free speech, which does not include surveillance by Secretary of State spies when we engage in our rights.
Lonely down here. All these buildings, all these people make their living off of your taxes. And they have a built-in incentive to be here every day to increase that control, to increase the money flow. Matter of fact, there's even a direct deposit. We, as a government, collect a little bit out of almost all of their paychecks and deposit it into the bank accounts of the unions to the tunes of tens of millions of dollars so that they can dedicate themselves constantly to being down here. That's what we're up against. Constant pressure, constantly applied. You join me and Kevin Cameron, another great legislator I see out there in the audience from Salem, and all the others who will fight for freedom on your behalf, and this dedicated one-third will get it done. God bless you and God bless you.
Let's hear it, folks. Come on. You can do it now. Don't want to do it. And they need to do it. So, folks, I want to thank you all for coming.
Where was Power for Justice?
It has to come aboard. We need to stop the czars. Again, thank you. Thank you. I just can't say it enough. It's great to see all the faces here.
This is a big kind of propaganda thing for Russian little children in Soviet Union. When alligator ate the sun, it was a story, I don't remember who wrote the story, but some Soviet Union children books writer, and the crocodile or alligator ate the sun, and the bear, Russian bear, released the sun, breaking the alligator's back. But what alligator represents is the capitalism, and the Russian bear is the communism. It's with this.
And what's the sun? Just
the sun is just
something that everyone needs.
Yeah, whatever everybody needs. Yeah.
Yeah, and capitalism is bad, destroying, taking it all.
Eating it. And it was dark and cold without the sun because of capitalism.
This is a story that every children had to do.
Yeah, we had even we had books and we had a little cartoon on TV too.